Welcome to Back to Black, and I am your host, Leonard Stevens. Today, I am here with Ibn Shabazz of Smib Smooth Cuts. So, Ibn, welcome to Back to Black.
Glad to be here.
Tell us about Smib Smooth Cuts. Where'd you get that name from?
Oh, yes. Well, the name came, I was actually going through barber school. And at the time I was staying in Union City. A friend of mine, my name is Ibn. And, they would say Ibn, Smibbin, Flippin, and Smibbin stuck. And then my brothers and sisters started saying Smib for short. I was in barber college, going to Moeller's Barber College, downtown Oakland. And I was talking to the administrator there, Mr. Godet. And I told him, I said, I cut a little too slow. Time consuming to make some serious money, cutting hair. And he said, well, what you gonna do? And I thought about it. I said, I was gonna open up a barbershop, And he said, oh, that's a good idea. And he said, well, what are you gonna call it? And I said, well, everybody call me Smibbin already. So I said, I'll call it Smib, Smooth Cuts. I'll be Smib, but it's gonna be all about my smooth cutters. So that's how I came with the name. It stuck with me for a very long time. And I just kept the thought in my brain, and now it's coming to life.
So what made you decide to cut hair,
What made me decide when I decided to cut hair was my sister's ex-husband. He was a barber, and so he used to cut my hair and my brother's hair. He got real good to the point to where he started charging my mother, and so from that point, I decided to cut hair myself. So I cut my own hair. I gave myself a bold haircut. Went outside, all the fellas was laughing at me, and I see how it made me feel. About a week later, I just took the same guard and went over the line to fade it in. Went outside, and all the guys was like, who cut your hair? And I seen how it made me feel. It made me feel real good. And from there, I started cutting my cousins, and then my brothers and sisters, my brothers, and then my friends, and it just led on. And I think what really stuck with me was how I was changing people's lives, just cutting their hair, just the feeling, One guy came in, a Samoan guy one time on a Sunday, came in with a hair to his shoulder, to his back. I cut his hair, he was on his way to a wedding, he looked in the mirror and said, I saved his life. It was just, that feeling. So I love giving that feeling through haircuts.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So it's kind of like your ministry, so to speak, to make people feel better from the haircuts that you provided to them.
Correct.
That's good. So most people start off, they start cutting hair in the garage, in the house, in the kitchen dudes. Everybody talk about the kitchen dudes. And then they realize, I got to go to school. I got to have a barber's license.
Yes.
Right. So how long did you have to go to school for that?
Well, it's a 1,500 hour program. That's equivalent to like 9 months. So yeah, it took about 9 months to go to school, and then after that, you got to take the board test, for that state. Mm-hmm. Once you take the test and you pass the test, then you can start your own business. You can work in someone else's establishment. I feel it's a good platform for you to get started as far as entrepreneurship.
Okay. So where is Smib Smooth Cuts located?
Well, Smib Smooth Cuts is located on 67th and East 14th, or better known as International now. That's the address is 1408 67th Avenue. That's right on International, and that's right here in Oakland, California.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and ask you some more questions specifically about the type of cuts that you do on Back to Black. We'll be right back.